Hello friends, welcome to this online class in the chapter Alcohols, Phenols and Ethers with respect to its multiple choiced questions. In my previous sessions, I have discussed some multiple choice questions from the chapter Haloalkanes and Haloarenes. Now in this session, we shall concentrate on questions which appear from the chapter Alcohols, Phenols and Ethers. From the chapter Alcohols, Phenols and Ethers. The theory portion for this chapter has already been discussed in the previous sessions. Then a copy of the synopsis related to this chapter has been sent to you via WhatsApp. A PDF file of it has been sent. Similarly, questions pertaining to this chapter, that is alcohols, phenols and ethers, have also been sent in the form of a PDF file on your given WhatsApp numbers. So I believe and hope that you all have downloaded those PDF files, you have got a printout of it, and I shall believe that you have tried to solve as many questions as possible on your own. Now, when any multiple choice question is given to you, if you are not familiar, if you are not thorough, if you have not read and understood the theory behind it, then you will find it very difficult and unable to solve any question, any multiple choice question. The reason is because while you appear for any competitive exams, the time limit is very less. Within that small stipulated prescribed time, you will have to solve so many questions. And to solve questions with accuracy and finding out the correct answer, you need some skills, some knacks, some hints and vast knowledge of theory behind each and every question. So for this reason, I always tell you that while you are going for solving any multiple choice questions, you should be very well aware of the theory part behind those questions. I mean, you should be well versed with the theory part of that respective chapter. Now, in the questions that you have obtained, I hope you have a copy of that while you are solving now. No matter what, if you have those questions, fine. If you do not have, then I shall be writing the questions here and simultaneously solving them. From this chapter, alcohols, phenols and ethers, the first chapter, so the first question is butane 2-ol is. Butane 2-ol is. A. Is it a primary alcohol? Is it a secondary alcohol? C. Is it tertiary alcohol? Or D. Is it an aldehyde? Most of the times, students who have not studied the theory part well, they tend to look for options that look vague, that look different from the other options that are given. So some of them will say alcohol, 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 the last name is aldehyde, so this should be the correct answer. Try not to do such kind of silliest mistakes. While you are seriously preparing for exams, then go through the theory part. Now see, all is the suffix for alcohols and not aldehydes. So this option is already now ruled out. How do you write the structure of butane 2-ol? You see CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH3. This is butane 2-ol. In classification of alcohols, we have studied that any alcohol can be classified based on the nature of carbon atom to which it is attached. based on the nature of carbon atom to which OH group is attached. Now here OH group is attached to a carbon which is attached to two carbons on either sides. So this is a secondary carbon. OH here is attached to a secondary carbon. Had this OH been attached to this carbon, it would have been a primary alcohol. Now that OH is attached to the second carbon or secondary carbon, therefore it is an example of secondary alcohol. Butane 2-ol is an example of secondary alcohol. So for the first question, option B is the correct answer. Then the second question, picric acid is, let us see the options. Picric acid is trinitroaniline. Is it trinitroaniline or is it trinitrotoluene? Is it trinitrotoluene or is it a volatile liquid, or D, is it 2,4,6 trinitrophenol? Is it 2,4,6 trinitrophenol? If you have studied the reactions of phenols, especially electrophilic substitution reactions of phenols, you will have got an idea how OH in phenol is an ortho and para directing group. The directive influence of any functional group can be decided simply looking at its structure. Now OH is an ortho and para directing group, and if a phenol is subjected to nitration in presence of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, then you will get picric acid. Now what is picric acid? Picric acid is this structure. Simply looking at structure, I hope you will get to know what it is. One nitro group, the other nitro group, and the other nitro group. This is picric acid. And how is it obtained? It is obtained by nitration of phenol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So what could be the IUPAC name for this compound? Phenol is the fixed one because it is a functional group. First carbon, second, third, fourth, 5 and 6. Phenol is the base compound and the others are substituents. How many are there? There are 3. Their numbers are 2, 4 and 6. It has appeared thrice. So trinitro and phenol. So find out the option. 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol is nothing but our picric acid. So picric acid is nothing but 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol. How is it obtained? It is obtained by nitration of phenol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. If the same picric acid is subjected to nitration in presence of dilute nitric acid, you will get two compounds, orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. But because you are using here concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid, therefore you will get 2,4,6 trinitrophenol as the main product, which is nothing but called as picric acid. Now for the third question. Glycerol is monohydric alcohol, primary alcohol, secondary alcohol or trihydric alcohol. Glycerol is primary alcohol, second monohydric alcohol. Option C, is it secondary alcohol, or D, is it trihydric alcohol? Just a while ago, while discussing what butane 2-ol is, I told you alcohols are classified based on the nature of carbon atoms to which they are attached. Also, Alcohols are classified based on the number of hydroxyl groups they contain. Based on the number of OH groups they contain, we classify alcohols into three types: monohydric alcohols, dihydric alcohols, and trihydric alcohols. Glycerol is this compound which contains 3 carbons, and all the 3 carbons contain 1 hydroxyl group each. So now you tell what could be this compound, because it has got 3 hydroxyl groups attached to 3 carbons. So is it a primary alcohol? This could be a primary carbon, this could be a primary carbon, but this is not. So primary alcohol is lost. Is it monohydric alcohol? It can't be, because it contains 3 hydroxyl groups. Is it secondary alcohol? No. Then what is it? It is trihydric alcohol, because it contains 3 hydroxyl groups. The correct answer for third question is, it is a trihydric alcohol. Then fourth question. Cresols are A, B, C, D. Let us see the options. Hydroxytoluenes. Are they dihydric phenols? Are they dihydric phenols? Are they trihydric phenols? Or are they trihydric alcohols? These are the 4 options. Now I'll write the structure, you will get to know what cresols are. This is a phenol. Okay, then this is phenol again, but if it has got a methyl group either at ortho or at meta or at para, then it is one compound. And if benzene ring contains 2 methyl groups, then it is another compound. This is an example for cresol, and the other one is for xylene. Do not get confused with cresols and xylene, because most of the students have this confusion. If any benzene ring contains hydroxyl group as well as methyl group, it is cresol. If it contains only methyl groups, then it is xylene. So now our question says what cresol is. What is cresol? Cresol is the one which contains hydroxyl group as well as methyl group. Is it present in trihydric alcohol? No, because it contains benzene ring. This option is lost. Trihydric phenol? No, because it contains only one OH group. Trihydric phenol means it should have got 3 OH groups. Is it dihydric phenol? No, because it contains only one OH group. Is it hydroxytoluene? Yes, it is hydroxytoluene. So cresols are nothing but hydroxytoluenes. They are obtained by methylation of phenols. So next question. Orthodihydroxybenzenes. This is question number 5th. Orthodihydroxybenzene is. Let us see what orthodihydroxybenzene is. Is it carvacrol? Is it carvacrol? Is it resorcinol? Is it resorcinol? Is it catechol? Or is it orcinol? Is it orcinol? Now let me write the structures, then you will be able to identify what the given compound is. See, this is for option A. Methyl isopropyl phenol is carvacrol. Clear? It should have methyl group, isopropyl group and OH group on benzene ring, then it is carvacrol. Then this is for option B. Okay, this is for A and this is for B. The question says orthodihydroxy means it should contain 2 hydroxyl groups on adjacent carbon atoms. Only then will it become ortho. Is it ortho? No, it is meta. Meta dihydroxyphenol is resorcinol. Then this is for option C, and then this is for option D. Option D is nothing but 2 hydroxyl groups with 1 methyl group. Ortho dihydroxybenzene is, you look at these, this is the only example where 2 hydroxyl groups are present on adjacent carbon atoms, that is at ortho position. This is orcinol and this is catechol. So orthohydroxybenzene, or simply 1, 2 dihydroxybenzene is the IUPAC name. 1,2 dihydroxybenzene is the IUPAC name, or else orthodihydroxybenzene is the other name for compound called catechol. So catechol is orthodihydroxybenzene. For 5th question, the correct answer is option number C. It is option C. Then 6th question, which of the following is a tertiary alcohol? The options are given, you simply look at them. If the print is not clear, then you can look at the board and get your doubts clear. This is option A, then this is option B. You have a middle carbon with 3 methyl groups and OH. Then this is option C. Sorry, this is C and this is option B. Option B is CH3, CH2, 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 CH3, CH2OH, and D is CH3, CH2OH. Our question is, which of these is a tertiary alcohol? By definition, what is a tertiary alcohol? A tertiary alcohol is the one in which OH is attached to a tertiary carbon. And what is a tertiary carbon? A tertiary carbon atom is the one which is attached to 3 more carbons. You simply look here, OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to only 1 carbon. So it is primary carbon. So this cannot be the answer. Then B, here OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to another carbon. Clear? So it is not the answer. C, here OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to 3 carbons. So this is nothing but a tertiary carbon atom. So option C is the correct answer. Then what about D? It is obviously a primary alcohol. It is nothing but a primary alcohol. For question number 6, the correct answer is option C. C is nothing but 2-hydroxy, 2-methyl propane, or else the correct name is, yes, 2-hydroxy, 2-methyl propane. Clear? Then for the 7th question, the general formula for primary alcohol is, the general formula for primary alcohol is, this is A, this is B, this is C, at the last D. Now which of these is the formula for primary alcohol? That is the question. I said the primary alcohol is the one in which OH is attached to a primary carbon. And what is a primary carbon? A primary carbon is the one which is attached to only 1 carbon or no carbon. Here you see OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to 2 more. So this is secondary. Here OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to 3. So this is tertiary. Here OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to only 1. This is primary. Here OH is attached to a carbon which has got a double bond. It can't be primary. So the correct answer is C. General formula for primary alcohol is dash CH2OH. That is the correct answer. For 7th question, option C is the correct one. Then 8th. Question number 8th. 1,2,3 trihydroxybenzene. 1,2,3 trihydroxybenzene is. What is 1,2,3 trihydroxybenzene? It is also known as A. Pyrogalol. B. Is it fluoroglucinol? Is it C. resorcinol? Or D. is it quinol? Let me write all the structures, then you identify. The first one, for A, this is the structure. One OH, other OH, other OH. This is pyrogalol. Then this is fluoroglucinol. Then C, this is resorcinol. And D, this is quinol. In the question it very clearly says you should have 3 hydroxyl groups. You should have 3 hydroxyl groups. So option C and D are ruled out. Why are they ruled out? Because they are dihydric phenols and not trihydric ones. Now you are left with only A and B. Look at the numbers. It says 1, 2, 3. Means continuous carbons. So 1, 2, 3. Pyrogalol is nothing but trihydroxybenzene. Pyrogalol is nothing but 1, 2, 3 trihydroxybenzene. And what if it was this compound? Its name would have been 1,3,5 trihydroxybenzene. 1,3,5 trihydroxybenzene is called fluoroglucinol and 1,2,3 trihydroxybenzene is called pyrogalol. Correct answer for 8th question is A. pyrogalol. Now 9th question. Butanol is an example for. I do not have to write the question, I guess, because it is a simple question. But yet butanol is A, B, C, D. What is butanol? Is it an example of primary alcohol? Is it an example of secondary alcohol? Is it an example of aliphatic aldehyde? Or is it an example of aliphatic ketone? Now, can you find out the answer for this question? Butanol is. If you look at the name, you will get an idea what that compound is. Look at the spelling, butanol. The last 2 letters are Al. Al is the suffix that we use for aldehydes or alcohols. Yes, it is the suffix used for aldehydes and not alcohols. So option C is the correct answer. It is an example for aliphatic aldehyde. If it were to be a primary alcohol, here the spelling would have been OL. Clear? So now for 9th question, the correct answer is option C, aliphatic aldehyde. And it is not primary alcohol or secondary alcohol or aliphatic ketone. Butanol is aliphatic aldehyde. Now 10th question. The characteristic grouping of secondary alcohols is. I will give you the options. You identify which of these is secondary alcohols. 1 CH2OH, then CHOH, then this is third option and this is fourth option. The question says which of these is the characteristic grouping of secondary alcohols. Can you find out? I told you a while ago that primary alcohols are those in which OH group is attached to a primary carbon. Secondary alcohols are those in which OH group is attached to secondary carbon. Tertiary alcohols are those in which OH group is attached to tertiary carbon. On the same note, if you look at the examples or options given, here OH is attached to a primary carbon, so it is primary alcohol. Here OH is attached to a carbon which is attached to two more carbons, so it is secondary alcohol. Here tertiary. This is an example of dihydric alcohols. So this can't be the answer. The correct option is B. For 10th, the characteristic grouping of secondary alcohols, option B is the correct answer. Then 11th question. What does it say? Methylated spirit. Methylated spirit is. Our options are 4, A, B, C, D. First option is methanol. Second option is methanol and ethanol. Then C option is methanoic acid, and D option is methanamide. Methanamide. Our question is, what is methylated spirit? You see, spirit is the common name for alcohol. It is one of the names given to alcohol, and not all kinds of alcohols. Especially spirit is the one which is comprising of ethanol as the main product, and 5 to 10% will be methyl alcohol. If you have got 100% alcohol solution, out of which 5 to 10% is methyl alcohol and the remaining 90 to 95% is ethyl alcohol, then we call them as methylated spirit. Methylated refers to methyl alcohol, spirit refers to ethyl alcohol. So when a mixture of these two is present, we call that as methylated spirit. Obvious answer is, among the 4 options, B. Why? Because it contains both methanol and ethanol. It can't be methanoic acid, it can't be methanamide, it can't be methanol. So correct answer for question number 11 is methanol plus ethanol. Why? Because methylated spirit is nothing but 5 to 10% methanol and the remaining is 95 to 90% ethanol. It is otherwise, methylated spirit is otherwise called as denatured alcohol. It is also known by the name denatured alcohol. So for 11th question, option B, methanol plus ethanol is the correct answer. Then 12th. The 12th question is, what is carbolic acid? What is carbolic acid? Is it phenol? Is it phenyl benzoate? Is it phenyl acetate? Or is it salol? Which of these is carbolic acid? I'll write the structure, it will then become easier to identify. This compound is called carbolic acid. Got the answer now? Option A. Phenol is otherwise called carbolic acid. Most of the times, if a compound has got carbolic odor, we say phenol is present in it. One best example to identify this smell is Lifebuoy soap. Lifebuoy soap contains carbolic odor. It is the same odor that you will identify with phenols. So phenols are otherwise called carbolic acids. Phenols are otherwise called carbolic acids. So for 12th question, option A is the correct answer. Then 13th question. What is absolute alcohol? What is absolute alcohol? Or absolute alcohol is? Options are 4, wherein you got first as 100% pure ethanol, then second is 95% alcohol plus 5% water, then ethanol plus water plus phenol, and last option 95% ethanol and 5% methanol. What should be the correct answer? A while ago in the 11th question I told you if it is a mixture of methanol and ethanol, then it is called either methylated spirit or it is called denatured alcohol. So this can't be the option because it is nothing but methylated spirit. Now that is gone. Absolute word refers to complete, entirety, in its entirety, in its completeness, means nothing else comes in the picture except for that one. So if I consider this, absolute alcohol is nothing but 100% pure ethanol. It is nothing but 100% pure ethanol. If it is 95% alcohol and water, it could be rectified spirit also. So for 13th question, option A is the correct answer. Now for next question, which is 14th question. Let us see what it is. Wood spirit is also known as. Wood spirit is also known as. The options are methanol, then ethanol, then acetone, and then benzene. Which among these 4 is wood spirit? I told you spirit is the common word that we use for alcohols. Wood spirit means it is that alcohol which you obtain by wood. Which you obtain by wood. So for the first time, or you can say it was the earliest method that you can obtain spirit by destructive distillation of wood. One of the earliest methods known for preparing of wood spirit, known for preparing alcohol is by destructive distillation of wood. When you subject wood to destructive distillation, you will get an alcohol which is nothing but methanol. So methanol is otherwise known as, methyl alcohol is otherwise known as wood spirit because it is obtained by destructive distillation of wood. Wood that is being subjected to stand in stagnant water and it is about to decay, then such wood, if subjected to distillation, destructive distillation, you will get methyl alcohol as one of the main products. So wood spirit is nothing but methanol. Wood spirit is nothing but methanol. Now 15th question. Let us see what it is. The question says, which of the following is a simple ether? Which of the following is a simple ether? You are given with 4 options. The first option is this, CH3, OCH3. The second option is C2H5, OCH3. Then third option is C6H5, OCH3. And the last option is C6H5, OC2H5. So you have got 4 options. You are supposed to find out which of these is a simple ether. So by definition, what is a simple ether? You know, ethers are classified into 2 types, simple and mixed. What are simple ethers? Simple ethers are those which contain same type of groups on either sides of oxygen atom. I mean, Ethers are those which contain this functional group. This is ethereal oxygen atom, or you can say ether functional group. On either sides of the functional group, if the alkyl groups are same, then it is simple. If the alkyl groups are different, then it is a mixed ether. If one side you have got aryl group, on the other side you have got alkyl group, then it's a mixed ether. Clear? So these two are mixed, and the first one is simple. So what is simple ether? It is the one which contains same kind of alkyl groups or same kind of aryl groups on either sides of ethereal functional group. Then what about this? One side benzene ring, oxygen, again benzene ring. It is also simple. So simple ethers are those which contain same type of alkyl groups or aryl groups on either sides of the ethereal functional group. Keeping this in mind, now see the options and tell where do you find same kind of groups. CH3, CH3 both are same. This could be answer. One side C2H5, one side ethyl, one side methyl. It can't be. One side benzene ring, one side methyl. It can't be. One side benzene ring, one side ethyl group. It can't be. So the correct option is dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether or methoxymethane. The IUPAC name for the first compound is methoxymethane. So methoxymethane or dimethyl ether or CH3OCH3 or option number A is the correct answer for question number 15th. Then in this session we have solved around 15 questions. We have solved around 15 questions, not around, exactly 15 questions. There are many more questions I know that are present in the PDF file. So I will give you a day's time. You go and solve these questions too. Previously time was given, you have solved some. You might have solved all of them, good for you. While the questions are being solved in this session, you will have rectified your mistakes and you would have identified where you are going wrong. If the options selected by you and the options given by me and their correct answers are same, then good luck, you are on the right track. If not, you need to work on your theory. In the next session, wherein I shall discuss many more questions that are related with alcohols, phenols and ethers. Time being, these many questions are enough, and wait for the next session. Till then, you keep studying, follow all the videos, study regularly, and good luck. Thank you.